We saw it first at MWC in Barcelona, and now Sony has finally launched the Xperia XZ Premium, the first Snapdragon 835 powered phone in India. It is also the world's first with a 4K HDR screen. Let's take a closer look. Let's start with the hardware overview. The Xperia XZ Premium continues using the same design language that it has been using for a couple of years now, but it brings a number of enhancements that really improve the experience. Up front is a 5.5-inch display that is one of the key USPs of the design and of the phone. This is the world's first 4K HDR panel on a smartphone. Now, some of you might remember that Sony introduced a 4K panel a couple of years ago, and we've seen an HDR panel too, but this 4K HDR 10 capable panel is a combination that is absolutely unique to the Xperia XZ Premium so far. The screen looks tack sharp as you'd expect, and the color rendition is great, albeit a smidgen oversaturated. Up above the screen is the 13 megapixel front-facing camera with an f2.0 aperture, while at the bottom you'll notice on-screen controls. Both the front and the back of the phone is covered with Gorilla Glass for protection. Moving over to the side, in quick succession lies the volume rocker, power button which doubles up as a fingerprint reader, as well as the camera key. All three offer good enough feedback, and it is certainly nice to see a physical camera key here. Over on the opposite side lies the hybrid SIM slot that can accommodate 2 nano SIM cards or a single SIM card plus a memory card for storage expansion. Like previous Sony devices, removing the tray automatically restarts the device, which is a typical example of Sony's over-engineering to make sure that you don't break stuff. The Xperia XZ Premium is an IP68 capable waterproof smartphone with an exposed Type-C port at the bottom and a 3.5mm jack on the top. Turning the phone over, you'll notice a mirror finish back that is extremely glossy, slippery, and generally a gigantic pain to keep clean. Minimal Xperia branding lies in the center, while towards the top you'll notice the 19 megapixel motion eye camera alongside the RGB IC sensor, laser autofocus, and LED flash. The camera module is similar to what we saw on the XZS and is capable of capturing 720p 960 frames per second video. It achieves this by having dedicated memory on the sensor, which acts like a buffer. Technically impressive, the results can be quite amazing when shot in daylight, though you probably won't get very good footage indoors and in low light. The camera module is impressive and takes good shots as you'd expect from a phone of its caliber. We'll explore this more in the full review though. Internally, the phone is powered by the Snapdragon 835 processor paired with 4GB of RAM and 64GB of storage. The software on board is Android 7.1, and predictably, the performance is blazing fast. Other niceties brought on via Qualcomm's new chipset includes 1Gbps LTE connectivity, though that is dependent on the network. The phone has a 3230 mAh battery, supports Quick Charge 3.0, as well as the Qnovo adaptive charging solution that optimizes the phone's battery and enhances charge cycles. Sony's Android skin is one of the better options on the market and is mostly clean and bereft of extraneous additions. There's not much that has changed here, and you get a whole host of built-in features like a robust video editor, powerful widgets, and Sony's great music and video apps. Priced at Rs 59,990, the Sony Xperia XZ Premium is about as expensive as any other flagship, but it takes a different approach. While others are focused on pushing the boundaries of display technology through non-existent bezels, Sony has worked on improving the quality itself, and as more content adopts the HDR10 standard, you'll find a lot more use for it. We feel that the Xperia XZ Premium is a pretty competitive flagship and worth looking at if you're in the market for one. This was Dhruv Bhutani from PhoneArena.com. Thanks for watching.